Simple Life Prepper here. I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you for viewing our channel. Today is the weekly wrap up, and I am Debbie and this is Mark, and we're going to wrap it up. So I am starting today and...
Wait a second.
Stop. No, stop.
You said I was going to start.
No, I did not
right.
say you were going to start today.
Go ahead.
Stop. He did that on purpose. All right, he thinks he's cute, but he's not.
I am.
So anyway, the first bit is exciting news. Simple Life Prepper got mail, and she was so excited when she got it. My friend Kitty Cook sent me this, and it's a cute little prayer cross, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it says, I said a prayer of healing for you, body, mind, and soul, that God would bring you comfort to restore and make you whole. I pray you'd be surrounded by his awesome love and healing, dispelling all anxiety or pain that you might be feeling. Finally, I prayed you'd be uplifted by his grace and feel yourself enfolded by his peace and his embrace.
See, you've touched one person.
And she makes these, so if anybody's interested, give
very
me a
nice
shout
of you.
out and I'll get you in touch with her. So anyway, yeah, loved it. Thank you, Kitty.
Thank you very much. All right. Am I going first?
Stop. You're
That
going
was yours?
next. That was mine.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
We're trying to make these 10 minutes long.
yesterday.
And not all day long.
All right. I'm trying to start now. Yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
with Donald Trump coming to Oklahoma, I thought, I'm going to go look at the numbers. See,
You look at the numbers every day.
I do.
Okay.
I wanted to see how the numbers were affected after the riots are slowing down. But we were open for weeks. Numbers were going doosh, coming down, with
First
it
of May.
open.
1st of May.
It's great, man. I was like, all right. But then Donald Trump, the riots ended. We started going up a little bit. Then all of a sudden they said, oh, Donald Trump's coming to town. But now it's out of control. So my first thing is really the Oklahoma COVID-19 app.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say that? Because it's really a thing.
No.
It's not
No.
conspiracy. It's Oklahoma
You're still,
COVID-19 app.
you're not allowed to say
Dashboard.
COVID-19.
It's not an app.
You're
it's
not
a
allowed
dash.
to say COVID-19.
I'm
You're
not
gonna get
talking
a
about the
disclaimer
app.
under our thing.
If you just go to their webpage, to
Okay.
their dashboard, okay?
It's too late now.
Okay, it's too late. And you go to it, it says, first you go to it. The dashboard won't show up on an iPhone. Which, how does everybody get their news nowadays?
On their phones.
On their phones. So you go to their webpage. You would think the designer of the webpage would make it very compatible with phones.
Yes.
Since everybody gets their information from phones. Right? Am I off track here?
No.
Okay. So you go there. The first time you go there, nothing shows up.
Yeah.
So you gotta close out your browser, reopen it. Nothing shows up.
Yes.
Then you hit the refresh button.
Yes.
You say a couple prayers.
Yes.
Then finally,
Yes.
it'll show up for a second. Then it disappears. So you take your phone, and this is good advice for anybody that wants to find out the numbers on an iPhone here in Oklahoma. This is a tutorial.
On how to do
So you
it.
take your phone from this, and you flip it sideways.
Okay.
And then it'll show up, and you can start scrolling down about halfway. They'll disappear again. So you take your phone, you flip it back this
Okay.
way, and you scroll down a little bit further.
Yeah.
Then after you hit so far down and you want to find out the active numbers and stuff
Yes.
like that, listen to me, people. You have to take your thumb and keep one thumb on the screen at all times. Because if you lift up, it'll go whoosh, back to the top. So you take your thumb and you go. And if you don't do it exactly right, it'll go back to the top.
Yeah.
So you scroll down, you find the active numbers. Well, yesterday, it always comes out 11, about 11:20, 11.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
12.
I know.
Nothing.
I know.
1.
I know.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Still showing the day before.
Yeah, I know.
2, 3, 4, about 5 o'clock, you say, well, let's go. The news is going to start. Let's go.
At 4.
At 4?
Uh-huh.
Okay, at 4. You say, let's go to the news.
Yeah,
So we go to the
they'll
news.
have the numbers.
And they're like, we don't have the numbers.
I know.
They're experiencing technical difficulties with this
Site.
site that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, it works, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to be
Super genius.
super genius to get to the numbers.
Breathes just right.
Oh my goodness, it's terrible. So they go, and what did I say as soon as they said that they were having technical?
That the numbers were going to be way up.
Astronomical.
They were at.
Like,
astronomical.
unbelievable.
They were unbelievable.
It's impossible to go from one the other day to this number.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes from like 250, which we were down to 60.
Mm-hmm.
Then the riots ended, and we creeped up to 200 some a day,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
then
Which we've never been at 200.
No,
We've always
no,
been around 100 every
Yeah.
day throughout the whole lockdown. We were around 100 cases.
finally, whenever it comes out and works,
Mhm.
it's 450 cases in one day.
Yep. What do you contribute that to?
Trump coming to us. That's the
Uh-huh.
only thing. They want to scare the crap out of us again. So here we go.
Here we go.
It's worse than it ever was
to
from
begin
the
with.
get-go.
Uh-huh. Well, it must be the second wave, don't you think?
What's your theory on that?
I think it's because Trump is coming to town.
Well, it's still the first wave because it
It
never
is-
went away.
Yeah, it is still the
It
first
never
wave 'cause
stopped.
It never went
It
away.
was always trickling in,
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
and there's no wave. All right, but so yeah, I mean, it's just text for God's sake, right?
It is just text.
Sorry, Lord, but it's just data.
Yes.
All they have to do on their page is just simply put a text file in
Yes.
on their
And say,
webpage
"This
and
is-
say,
This is the number.
how many got it, how many died, how many recovered, active numbers. Now you could show all the rest, women, men, all the rest of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That still can be text. But I
Mhm.
mean, people just want to know the first.
Yeah,
Just make it a text.
yeah.
Just a text that we can just go to their page and boop, it comes up right away. And you can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only watch the world number, and I get it on YouTube, and there's a live stream, and it shows the live number all the time, and it's updating all the
Yeah,
time.
it's all that
and-
crazy
yeah.
stuff going on in yours that you watch.
Yeah, but I just look at the whole number.
Did you see the people go up into space the other day?
I did.
That's how the screen on the thing
No.
you look at.
I know, but I just look at the whole number,
I know.
the world number.
The
I don't
world
even
number.
look at deaths or recoveries or anything.
Just-
I just look at how many people have gotten it.
Okay.
I judge that because I get a number in my head and I say, oh, if it's advancing the same way that it was, it should be a certain number by Friday. And then if we hit that number, then I know it's still where it was. If it's more, then I know it's getting worse. And if it's less, I know it's getting better.
all I watch it for is just to see how
Ridiculous it is.
they're trying to manipulate and scare you people to death. But that's just me. Just my opinion. Take it serious, everybody. Okay.
All right, my turn?
Yeah.
All right. Bug in or bug out? This is the prepper question of the day. Bug in or bug out? Do you know what I mean by that?
I'm old, so bug in.
Bug in. You don't want to get all keyed
I'm
up.
not going anywhere. I'm not living in a
Okay. So if
tent
Kate,
out in the country.
here's the deal: bug in and bug out. They're prepper terms for anybody that doesn't know. So if chaos were to come to the world, all the things that we're seeing today, economic collapse, pandemics, social unrest, war, government tyranny, whatever might come to the United States.
the new normal.
Yeah, the new normal. The new normal. So if something happens and things are collapsing around you, do you bug in, which means stay put where you're at, or do you bug out and go to a safe location outside the location that you're at now? Now, if you're in a city, you need to bug out. You need to bug
I
out.
would say people 35 and under.
Bug out.
Save yourselves. Anybody over 35, we're too used to our niceties
I
and
know.
everything, so just bug in.
I go by this is because the majority of my preps are here at my location.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with my location. My location is fairly safe. I don't see that changing anytime soon. So it would have to be really chaotic for me to go to my bug out location. Now you should have a bug out location just in case. So, and
Did you
I've
stock
had
up?
one for years. I've had a bug out location. So me and my daughter have always going to go. We're hightailing it to the same place. So, and it's out away from people. So anyway, we have that set in stone.
Did you stock up on a lot of popcorn? It would last a long time, right?
Popcorn?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna sit back and watch.
The chaos explode around you?
Yeah, until it comes up to my door and wipes me out. I'm just gonna have some popcorn and sit back and enjoy life and watch the craziness.
The whole thing about popcorn is that you have to have a fire source.
I didn't mean to get you started.
Well, you're going to have a fire source to pop the popcorn and some way to pop the popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm always assuming the electricity is out
We
whenever
got
the
the rocket
chaos.
stove.
Whenever the chaos hits, the electricity is always out in my scenario, man.
We're gonna have to try that today.
Okay,
Popcorn
we will
on
try
the
that.
rocket stove.
Popcorn on the rocket stove, and then I will stock up. I promise you. All right, so
Tired today.
anyway,
I look tired.
stop.
Go ahead.
So anyway, bug in. Pandemic, perfect time to bug in. Just stay where you're at.
Bug in.
Lock down. Stay where you're at.
Stay in bed.
People are walking in groves of people down your street. You better get ready to bug out. So anyway,
All right.
so that's my take on that. That's my prepper question of
Question
the
of
day.
the day. So
Or
I'm
answer
gonna
of the
do
day.
true and false.
Yeah, I'm doing the prepper
And
question
you're
of
doing
the day.
pepper, and I'm just
Item. Prepper item of the day.
I'm just gonna drop the silliness of knowledge on you.
Okay.
All right.
All right. It's his turn.
I don't know if anybody thinks this is silly, but what do you think? Nobody is stopping full steam ahead. I think people are pretty much over the I already
CV?
said it. Yeah. I think they're over it. I still keep going around, and even with the numbers, listen, I went out, we got gas the other day, right?
Yes.
The people inside the convenience store.
Yeah, nobody's wearing
no
masks
mask,
in our town.
no nothing.
Hardly. Workers in the store, some. If they're
Right
required.
off the highway.
Yes.
They ain't. If they had if they were replacing employees, and the people are like, man, this is dangerous.
Dangerous, yeah.
We lost 5 employees last
Last
week.
week.
This is something because we're right off the highway. Anybody traveling in the summer is gonna drop it right off here in our town. So I don't know. To me, it looks like people are getting. I am. Nobody's worried about it. And if they're not saying maybe it's not a thing, we're tired of trying to live in fear of it.
The flu is a thing.
You can't
and
stop
we don't
it.
wear masks or shut down everything for the
Obviously,
flu.
you can't stop it because
You
we're
can't
having the
stop
second
it.
wave and it's out of
You
control,
can't.
supposedly, even though
The numbers are going up right now.
I still don't know anybody.
That has it.
Okay, that
yours.
was mine. I know.
I
I'll get a funner subject. I promise.
I had an interesting point, but I can't remember what it was. So
I think people are
guess.
getting on
people are getting on with their
in
life.
our town.
Yeah, they are. Oh, well, you know my theory on that whole thing.
Yeah. We had it back.
We
in
had it
November
last
and
year
December.
in November. We had the CV already.
And you were
already
telling
went
me
around town. I've had a dozen people tell me that they had it back then, or they had something horrible back then that wasn't the flu.
And you were telling me that the antibody test.
That's in a minute.
Okay. Never mind.
I'll do that next. How about that?
Sounds
Why
good.
don't I tell you about the antibody test?
Tell me about the antibody
Okay,
test.
so this story came out and from Reuters, and it says that in 40% of the asymptomatic people and 13% of the systematic people, I don't know why I can't pronounce anything
right.
ever, that the levels of antibodies within 2 or 3 months dwindles to undetectable levels.
Hence why I might not
Yes.
have detected positive
Right.
whenever
When
I
you
had
got
the
tested
antibody
for the
test.
antibody
So
test.
I thought that was weird because everybody in El Reno had
Says,
something that wasn't the flu. And I thought maybe the antibody test would tell me, but then it came up negative. But according to what you're saying is it's still not.
Yes, it's not, and it's only
I heard
my
it wasn't
understanding-
too.
Yes, it's not reliable.
It's not reliable.
It's not reliable, but this study was small, so they have to do more studies. But if that's the case, and the antibodies aren't sticking with you and everything, it's going to make it hard to produce a vaccine for it.
Okay.
That's what this study says.
Is that
So
your?
that is mine.
All right. Now to some more, just in the news.
In the news.
Nothing crazy news.
Oh, good.
Might be crazy, but nothing like the.
Okay.
Okay. Back in 1995, I think it was, they made the fifth state of matter.
Okay.
Do you know what? Rattle off the
Oh,
other
gosh.
4 states of
I have-
matter.
Gas,
Yeah,
liquid,
yeah,
solid,
yeah. You won't
vapor,
get no. Well, kind of.
steam.
You're on
Right?
the no
Yeah.
gas. That's Steven. You're on the right track, but it's plasma.
Okay.
Like the sun
yeah.
is
It's
like this plasma.
Okay.
It's just chaos, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But they,
So plasma.
so the other one is the Bose-Einstein condensate.
Okay.
The Bose
We both can't
Einstein
pronounce these.
condensate.
We should.
All right.
We really should be smarter to do
Because
these.
that really applies to my life. So you went over them. They just this week or last week they actually made. They can't keep it. They can only make it for a split second. Because of the gravity of the Earth.
But
so
you
they-
can make it on Mars.
Mars has gravity.
Well, I don't know the moon.
No, think closer.
And
The space station.
the space station.
All the things you talk about have gravity.
I know, but not as much as the Earth.
Right. So they made a little box.
Yes, and they made some of this.
They
stuff.
made it up there.
Do we need to make stuff that we can't make?
Can we just find a cure for COVID
19
here on Earth
Yeah.
before we go
or even the
doing
common
something
cold
that doesn't? I'm sure
benefit.
they
It's
say
at
it
least-
quantum fit. It just sounds like whenever after
You
we
should-
split the atom, don't you think we figured out none of this is
You
good?
should talk to your son about that. I bet he would know about that.
Maybe he would if he would talk.
I know.
All right, so I thought that was kind of
Interesting.
interesting. I don't know what that is. I don't
Yeah,
know
or
what
how it benefits
humanity can benefit from it.
How does it benefit us?
You
I
know-
don't want to leave the planet at all.
It doesn't help me at all, right?
Right
but-
now, I don't want to even leave my town.
One of my friends,
Yes.
and you know who you are,
Okay.
made ice cream in a Ziploc bag.
All right.
Now that's something,
Yeah.
that somebody figured out.
Figured out how to make ice
That-
cream
that
in
helps.
a Ziploc bag. That helps you?
Yeah, that helps
You're gonna
me.
make.
I found that intriguing. I'm like that's good news, like
You can make ice cream.
you
in
can
a
make
Ziploc bag.
ice
I'm
cream in a
hungry
zip.
now.
What do you want? Do you want a Bose
No, I don't want a Bose.
Einstein
Einstein
concentrate
Yeah.
sandwich?
No, I don't.
All right, me neither.
I don't even know what that benefits.
But that's in the news, and it also leads to me to bring this whole thing back to my number one topic, which was, can we just make a web page? No.
That works. Oh, a webpage that
See,
works.
I had a long way to get back to the first thing, which is I wanted it. If we can make this in space, we can make
a webpage.
a web page that'll work on an iPhone to find the numbers for COVID-19.
Just keep track of the world number.
That's all I got for today.
Oh, that's good. I have my fourth one.
You're only
My
supposed
fourth
to.
one. My fourth one.
3.
My fourth one. I'm only
We're-
supposed to have
we're
3,
supposed to
but
keep
this
them
is my
short.
fourth.
All right, go
okay.
ahead.
So, Juneteenth. Did you ever even know it was a thing? Because I never even knew it was a thing.
10th? Is that for
Yeah,
like teenagers or
No, it's
just
not.
the 10th?
It's a black holiday. Juneteenth. It's today. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. I wish somebody would have told me. I've had many really close friends,
Yeah.
and they never even told me that Juneteenth was a
never heard of it
holiday that
before.
they celebrate. because it's the date that they signed in Galveston, Texas, the proclamation that said that all slaves were free people at last in 1960 or not 1865. Sorry, forgive me. 1865 is when they signed it, even though Lincoln had said that slaves were free in 1863. So
That's a very important day.
it is a very important day. I wish we would celebrate it.
Is it a national holiday?
No. But some corporations are starting to make it a holiday on their calendar. So maybe this whole thing has brought this to our attention.
I'm all
People got to tell me things.
I'm all for it.
You got to tell me these things exist. I never knew. So, Juneteenth, happy Juneteenth.
Are you trying to tell me this is something that the news
No. I don't.
would never?
No, I
bring
would
it?
not. I'm not making fun.
I'm not making fun either.
I'm not making fun.
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying I've never heard of it before.
I've never heard of it before either. But it says black communities celebrate this.
Good. As they should.
They should.
Everybody should celebrate.
Everybody should celebrate that.
It's only saying that we're all
That we're progressing.
equal. We're all
Yeah.
humans on this planet.
Equal.
We're all
Human.
equal.
Yes.
All right.
And we're progressing.
Well, thank you for
So,
getting that out to our 39
subscribers. So, happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy
and
Juneteenth.
That's all
That's
I have. Do you have anything else?
That's it. That's all I
Okay.
got. We're going to keep these short.
We're trying to keep them short. So, until next time, keeping it simple is not the same as doing nothing.